If you've missed any of the earlier episodes of the Great Tastes series and want to see the shows and get all the recipes, go to greattastesmb.ca. Watch them when you want to watch them.
Well, it smells a little bit like heaven here at the Grant Park Liquor Mart Education Center. We have Manitoba turkey producers here, Wendy Harisco. We just finished this pulled turkey, which fantastic. We started eating it right out of the slow cooker, and it's all about slow cooking with turkey today. Now we have slow cooked cornbread stuffed turkey roast with ratatouille.
Mouthful.
It is, but you know, it's like I would cook those three things as individual meals. You got cornbread, you got turkey, and you've got ratatouille. But you've got this really cool product here from Granny's.
From Granny's Poultry, yeah. Yeah, so it's our slow cooker stuffed turkey roast. It's available in a stuffed version, which is stuffed with a cornbread.
That's where the cornbread comes in, okay.
Yeah, or just the standard light and dark meat. So they both have a mixture of light and dark meat. It's also gluten-free and infused with omega-3, so it's extremely healthy for you.
Super healthy.
Yeah, and you can cook it right from frozen in the slow cooker.
Fantastic, and it looks fantastic. Like on the you can see when you cut it, it just looks beautiful with the cornbread inside. Okay, but we're going to go back now to our ratatouille.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the ratatouille. So what we're going to do is we're going to release the moisture from the eggplant. So I'll get you to sprinkle some salt on top of there.
I always wondered why, because they do, and I think eggplant does not get enough love. Eggplant is such a wonderful vegetable, but I've never understood the whole salt on the eggplant. Is that enough, by the way?
Yeah,
is that
that's
good?
enough.
Okay.
So what you want to do is just sprinkle a little bit on there, and it'll draw out the moisture, so
make it a
that
little
the
drier.
ratatouille is not super runny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So then we will move over to the frying pan. So we already have some onion sauteing and oil in there. So I'll give you a spatula.
Thank you.
And then we're going to add in garlic, of course.
Look at all that garlic, Wendy.
Yes,
I love you.
I'm Ukrainian, so we need garlic and everything, even more
Me
French dishes like this.
Yeah, well, it's lovely. And then you've got this peak of the market zucchini.
Yep, and we already put in some of the peppers, so peak of the market.
Peak of the market, peak of the
Going
market.
in there.
Okay.
So we're going to cook that down, and then we're going to transfer that to the slow cooker. And while you're transferring that to the slow cooker, I'm going to go rinse off the salt from the eggplant.
Okay. So presumably we would probably cook this if it was like in your kitchen at home. You'd probably cook this a little bit longer to kind of get that garlic really nicely sautéed, right? But since we've only got a limited amount of time, pop it into the slow cooker.
Yeah, and then we're going to add in our zucchini.
I'm going to get all that garlic in there. Sorry, just give me a minute. Okay.
And then we're going to add in the eggplant.
Okay.
So I'll get you to give that a mix. Then we're going to add in the tomatoes that have already been chopped up there.
So, like, what is Ratatouille, aside from a movie about a rat that turns
mouse.
into a chef?
Has nothing to do with a little mouse.
No, okay, good.
It's a traditional French vegetable stewed dish. Yeah, so
And
we got
I just
some
can't
rosemary going in.
It's like anything more healthy than this. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, rosemary, oregano. What else you got?
Some basil and some thyme.
I was gonna say if it's French, it's got to have thyme in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'd like to mention at this point is if you are busy and you want to get things going ahead of time, you could prep this the night before, put it in the fridge, and then pull it out and put it in your slow cooker in the morning.
You're all organized and stuff. No, but that is really, and I mean, the slow cooker really is all about saving time. It's about trying to, you know, not wouldn't say cut corners, but kind of in a way, right? And just make things as expedient as possible.
We're going to take the roast right out of the package, push that in there.
Pop it right on there.
Yeah,
and you were saying earlier,
there's a little...
A flavor packet, but this can be frozen? Like this doesn't have to be...
cooked great from frozen. So my hands are slippery there from touching. Get you to open that up.
You know what I usually do at home is I use my teeth. We're not going to do that. Okay, oh look, it's magically open.
Sprinkle it on top.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look how well that worked. Okay.
So then we'll put the lid on, cook it for 6.5 hours on low.
Okay.
And then once it's completely cooked, you want to go over here, this is the cooked one we have. So you'll want to let it rest for 15 minutes in a warm spot.
Okay.
Remove the netting from the roast and then slice it up and it's ready to serve.
All that lovely juiciness is just kind of got to sit in there for a little bit. And so you could serve this, I mean, anywhere, but I'm just imagining like how impressive this would be if you're, you know, serving guests in your home, if you're having company.
Especially if you've worked all day.
Well, no kidding. Look what I did.
Super mom.
Voila. Yeah, super mom, super everything. And so you just slice it up. And again, with that cornbread inside, it's just the most beautiful. Like it just looks so, it's so visually appealing and it just smells absolutely wonderful. There we go. Slow cooked cornbread turkey roast with ratatouille. I did it, we did it. Thank you very much, Wendy. We're going to come back and see what Sheila Nash has to say, our product expert for Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries, in just a moment here on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by GreatTastesMB.ca.